FM. Top of the morning to you and welcome to Front Page Review. Okay, my name is Jude Ikami Jude and I'm here because you're there. I've got Punch newspaper this morning. I've got Vanguard, Daily Thrust, Daily Post, The Nation, The Sun, Guardian, and several other newspapers this morning. Alright, don't forget that when I'm done dishing out all of these headlines, Rafaeli will analyze some of them, and then we will join a former commissioner of police who is a political enthusiast, all right, and of course political affairs commentator. He's going to help us look deep into some of the headlines alongside. Okay, everyone, let's take a walk together this morning. All right, to Punch newspaper first this morning. 2027 PDP ticket zoning to South splits North. 2027 PDP ticket zoning to South splits North. Tinubu meets NGX, SEC, chiefs in Brazil, hails capital market gains. IG obtains order to scrutinize Showore's bank accounts. Convicted army general forfeits 5 billion naira shares in 17 companies. And then highlights of new tax laws starting January the 1st, 2026. ASU protest rocks campuses ahead of federal government talks. Probe begins as Abuja Kaduna train mishap injures 6 people. On withheld allocations, Osun drags federal government to Supreme Court. 239 first-class lecturers quit Unilag over poor pay, says ex-vice chancellor. 239 first-class lecturers quit Unilag over poor pay, ex-VC speaks. Osun monarch jailed 4 years in US for $4.2 million COVID-19 fraud. Osun monarch jailed 4 years in the US for $4.2 million COVID-19 fraud. Fielding Atiku as PDP's 2023 presidential candidate was a mistake, says Moro. Nigerians deserve better governance. PDP caucus urges Tinubu to tackle hardship. And then, why PDP zoned 2027 presidency to South? Bauchi governor is the one helping us understand. And then to Anambra State, Anambra Assembly suspends lawmaker over social media posts. On by-election, Kaduna PDP demands release of candidates held by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. 2027 presidency still Makinde orders to fight for PDP ticket. All right, let's move from Punch newspaper to serve you some more headlines courtesy Vanguard newspaper this time around. Poverty, poor transport, fueling health crisis in Lagos, according to a report. ASU calls on NAS others to intervene as strike looms. Presidency, Northern blocks oppose PDP zoning ticket to the South. Northern blocks oppose PDP zoning ticket to the South. And then to some more headlines now. Man beats wife to death in Ekiti. PDP's 2027 zoning to South is weakest done deal for Tinubu's re-election. Dele Momodu. PDP's 2027 zoning to South is weakest done deal for Tinubu's re-election, says Dele Momodu. And then to some more now. on presidency still. I think I gave you these earlier, but it's coming again. Nothing blocks oppose PDP zoning ticket to South. ASU calls on NAS, others, to intervene as strike looms. Naira down to 1,550 naira per dollar in the parallel market. NSA hands over 128 rescued kidnapped victims to families. Passengers flee for safety as Abuja Kaduna train derails. Let's check up some other headlines now quickly, everyone. That story is coming again. PDP's 2027 zoning to South is weakest done deal for Tinubu's re-election, says Dele Momodu. We zoned PDP presidency to South to ensure sanity, to ensure unity, Bauchi governor, speaking right here. And in 2027, PDP's zoning move calculated to woo Obi and Jonathan, and of course also Amechi, says ADC. You see now, ADC is now looking at it closely, that the PDP's zoning move is calculated to woo Obi, Jonathan, and Amechi, to the party. Back to the People's Democratic Party. And again, we see Northern youths reject PDP's zoning of 2027 presidential ticket to South. Okay, those are the headlines I can give you, courtesy Vanguard newspaper. This time around, let's check Daily Trust newspaper. Abuja Kaduna train derails again, 14 injured. The other newspaper was reporting 6, and then Daily Trust is reporting 14. Okay, ASU protests over welfare threatens strike. Couple, daughter kidnapped in Katsina. Tinubu bans export of raw shea nut, and of course targets $300 million revenue. 2026 Hajj. Visa violators risk 8.15 million naira fine, and of course imprisonment. Local government fund seizure. Oshun takes federal government to Supreme Court. I lost a companion. Mother of hanged daughter narrates ordeal. Let me give you 4 more here. Taraba deputy governor returns after long absence. 2027 presidency. APC, PDP risk defeat for shutting out North. This is according to a prof. We'll get a breakdown of all of these stories later. Investigation Bureau reveals passengers sustained injuries in Abuja Kaduna train accident. And then it's an update here. Passengers stranded as Abuja Kaduna train derails. You're on to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. From Daily Trust, I give you stories from Daily Post. Taraba Deputy Governor Alkali returns after long absence. On petrol price court, Dangote refinery mom overfilled fuel distribution deadline. 2027, Peter Obi can get presidential ticket if he returns to the People's Democratic Party. Moro speaking. NRC suspends Abuja Kaduna train services after derailment. I will expose those in presidency who caused crisis in Delta APC. Senator Nwoboshi is the one who is angrily speaking this morning. And then to more headlines now. In Oshun, Tinubu not to blame for withheld local government funds, says Omishore. Kwara University lecturers cry over unpaid allowances. Nigerian monarch Joseph Oloyede jailed for fraud in United States. Northeast Basic Education School Sports Competition begins in Yola. And then talks ongoing for Obi Jonathan to join presidential race. Senator Moro. And then PDP, APC risk backlash for excluding North. This is according to a scholar. 2027 PDP's zoning decision will bring back aggrieved members. Party chieftain is the one speaking. Some will say, if only Wike issue can be, addressed, we have no problem with the PDP. We can come back home, but address Wike's issue. Address Wike's issue. Address him. That's the only issue here with the PDP, or else it's still home to so many people. Should I call it the fear of Wike? Or what am I going to call the abandoning of Wike? I gave up my presidential ambition to allow PDP's zone ticket to South. Bala Muhammad speaking. Everyone, let's get to the comment section on YouTube. We're streaming right now. VOP 90.3 FM on YouTube. And let's talk, all right? Let's have a very big conversation there. To the comment section, just drop something, okay? Thank you so much. Let me serve you some more headlines now. 4 more to go here. APC, PDP risk backlash for excluding North. Stop looting your government. Kano ADC chieftain blasts Yusuf's administration. And then finally, 2027, Peter Obi can get presidency ticket if he returns to the PDP. Everyone, daily the Sun newspaper. Yeah, let's check up Sun newspaper for some more headlines. Abduction industry in Koto thrives as kidnappers pocket 2.56 billion naira ransom in 1 year, according to a report. I think I want to take that again. It says abduction industry thrives as kidnappers pocket 2.56 billion naira ransom in 1 year, according to a report. Osun drags federal government to Supreme Court over withheld local government allocations. Gombe ADC splits over 2027 ambitions. Tackling unemployment, boosting FX inflows with manpower export. Let's serve you some more. Gombe ADC splits over 2027 ambitions. Release Osun local government funds. PDP reps caucus charges Tinubu. NNPP rates Osun rec high, says votes must count. And then lawmakers direct ETSEC to conduct wards by-election for vacant councillorship positions. 2027 PDP zoning in error against constitution. Benga Hashim and his group speaking. Benue Assembly suspends Dajo over Alia's impeachment plot. And finally, to the Nation newspaper. Nigeria's first quarter cocoa exports soar to about 1.23 trillion naira. Nigeria's first quarter cocoa exports soar to about 1.23 trillion naira. Nigerians under 40 accounted for 82.48% of CPS contributors in second quarter. Adebule inaugurates classrooms in Oshodi Solo. 13 kidnapped passengers rescued in Edo, says CP. NAFDAC warns against use of fake contraceptive pills. And then oil giant returns in key gain of Tinubu's Brazil visit. That is Petrobras, right? Oil giant Petrobras return in key gain of Tinubu's Brazil visit. And then finally here, or before that, NSA reunites 128 rescued victims with families. Kaduna Abuja train derailment. Tinubu promises support. All right, just some few stories courtesy the Guardian newspaper. Yes, just few stories here. Gunmen kidnapped pastor, worshipper couple in Kogi and Katsina State. Gunmen kidnapped pastor, worshipper, and couple in Kogi and Katsina. Bayelsa community protests cult activities and criminalities. Women groups raises alarm over abuse, domestic violence cases. Now, to flood-related issues, Ogun community seeks Abiodun's intervention on dilapidated bridge and, of course, bad roads. Yeah. Lagos renews push for sustainable waste management as stakeholders forum rather. Lagos renews push for sustainable waste management at stakeholders forum. Community leaders back Monarch dismiss farmland allegation in Delta. Family demands justice for farmer, 2 children killed in Benue arson attack. We hear Yobe. UN agencies scaled up emergency responses to floods and other disasters. Ogu sanctions 128 residents, 20 industries over indiscriminate dumping of refuse. All right. Patients, caregivers groan as power cuts throws Yaba Psychiatric Hospital in darkness. Patients, caregivers groan as power cut throws Yaba Psychiatric Hospital in darkness. Police arrest 5 for sexually assaulting minor in Bauchi State. 2 officers detained, 2 queried after money sorting video in Delta. I'm sure you saw that video. They were sorting the money seriously. If you saw that video, say I. If you did not, say nay. In this country, the eyes always have it. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. All right. I just want to, NDLEA seizes 2.318 tons of marijuana in Kwara State. 2 soldiers killed in Taraba peacekeeping operation. Benue Poli expels 2 students for cultism. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Feel free to join the conversation this morning via all of our social media platforms. YouTube is VOP 90.3 FM. I take that again. YouTube VOP 90.3 FM. And then just get to the comment section for me. Let's get your thoughts, your take, your observation, your query, your comments. But you have to keep it very, very civil, even right there on YouTube, okay? And then, you can also use our WhatsApp number. Our WhatsApp portal is open right now. The number is 081-717-56338. 081-717-56338. That's the number to send your message. And in case you want to reach me, from outside Nigeria, kindly use the WhatsApp number. That same, WhatsApp number. All right. Yeah. I would also give you a breakdown of some of these stories, and then Rafaeli will talk to us when he's done. Then we have CP Chuks Enwonwu. Let's go. Now, let me break a few stories down for you. A chieftain of the PDP the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Moro, has admitted that the party erred by fielding former Vice President Atiku Abubakar as its presidential candidate in the 2023 general election, describing the decision as an error that weakened the opposition stance. Abamoro is saying that fielding Atiku as PDP's 2023 presidential candidate was a very, very huge mistake that will never, happen again. It was an error, a very big error. And that's what, Abamoro is saying. And so much with the PDP this morning. So much. The decision also by, the leadership of the PDP to zone its 2023 presidential ticket to the south has spitted various northern groups in different camps, with many describing the development, as undemocratic and contrary to the spirit of fair competition. The North is angry that, the PDP ticket is zoned to the south. And of course, some will tell you the North is angry with this current administration. The North is angry with the PDP move. And of course, the North is angry with, this North. We'll get to find out more about this North and why they've decided to go this way. But like I said, I want to give you some more, big stories before, we quickly join Rafaeli Oseni. Let me also quickly mention here that the same Abamoro that I mentioned, just recently has said that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, stands a chance of securing the presidential ticket of the PDP if he returns to the party. He was speaking, on TV. When asked about the possibility of Peter Obi returning to the PDP, he said, but in politics, nothing is certain. I've always said that in politics, 2 + 2 is not 4. And so these are matters of interest. And when it comes to existential interest from a community of persons within a geographical or a geopolitical zone, and then it is possible. As a party, we are yet to speak to Peter Obi. This is where I actually want to clarify. As a party, the PDP now, Abamoro is saying we are yet to speak to Peter Obi. Some people are already talking to him, and then he stands a chance of getting the party's ticket if he returns to the People's Democratic Party. He stands a chance. So the PDP right now is also wooing Peter Obi, Amechi, to get back to the party, and of course, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan to come back to the party. And when they return to the party, they can do whatever they want to do. VOP 90.3 FM. At this time around, let's join Rafaeli Oseni for some analysis. Let's go there.
Right, welcome to yet another exciting time today. There are many stories making the rounds today. There's an impending ASU strike. And why is ASU saying they want to go on strike? Because of the agreements reached around 2007, has not been assented to. 2009 has not been assented to by this government. So ASU is now saying that they are going to be having a mother of all strike. They talked about wage awards and arrears. You see, and these are the arguments we keep making. That I thought this government said that anything that comes to ASU and everything, that they are ready, that they've settled most of these encumbrances. Why didn't we see strike and all of that? The truth has to be said. You see, these are the investments we expect the government to be able to make in the education sector. We are not saying student loan is not good. Yes, we appreciate it. At least it's giving the students some chance. But what about the spending on the university? What about the capacity of development that this university needs? Why are we constantly hearing the talk about strike and perennial strikes and the likes? I mean, these are the many challenges that are being faced here and there. And that's a reflection of the kind of society we are living in. You can see that just only yesterday, the Japanese government came out to deny by saying that what the federal government said, that this special visa for Japan to come and stay in a particular community, that they didn't say so. That special visa status. Because, and I knew that story was a little bit funny, because when the government went ahead to praise, what was happening in Japan, like it was a big win for them, I knew that you attempting to say that a country is giving you free carte blanche as regards visa to come and bring your citizens to the country to come and work is suspect, because Japan too is also having sort of like the problem America too is having. They have a big right-wing base that is also very anti-immigration. And I knew that was not going to fly until when the Japanese government came out to say that we've got nothing to do with that announcement by the Nigerian government that they said Nigerians can go and now get free Japanese visas to come into Japan and get work. So these are the problems on ground. How we keep repeating all of these things. We keep speaking against what is wrong. Get proper information right. Let's quit this propaganda talk. Let us just do what is right, so that we'll be able to get positive, sustainable, and equitable outcomes. That's just all we ask for. As regards the PDP this morning, the PDP might have problems, because after they reached the agreement on zoning, a lot of people of the northern wing and northern extraction, those from Arewa, are saying that the PDP is leaving aside the north, and this might open room for President Tinubu. You see, these were the arguments, and that's why when some people are so quick to say Wike was the hero. Hero of what? I ask. Hero of what was Wike? Because he said power should go to the side. But the same Wike agreed to run in the same election when it was opened up, the primaries election in the PDP. It was because it didn't go in his favor. And probably he couldn't get the vice presidential seat that people like Dino Melaye said he lobbied for, that he started getting upset. Because the argument that was made in 2023 is that let's open this thing up. Whoever emerges can play the politics better, So now that they are saying, yeah, it's a welcome development zone for zoning, the North is also saying that no, this might not be a good decision. Anyway, some people in the North, people like Jerry Ghana and the likes, are saying yes, it's a good decision. They've always supported zoning. This will open doors for the likes of Peter Obi and what's his name, former President Goodluck Jonathan and the likes. But it will also open the party to a lot of other attacks. And these are the things we are looking at. So we'll see how it pounds out for the PDP. But they still have even a bigger problem, because the south of the party is split down, faction. There are some people, especially around the south, that are pro-Wike, that are saying that whatever they've done with the NEC meeting, no matter how much they are saying now that they think they've pushed Wike out of the party by making Damagu the substantive head of the party and all of that, that is not going to work. And Wike is saying, let's see how that convention is going to, it's not going to hold without my approval. And Wike still reigns supreme in the party. So all of those that think, oh, the problem of the PDP is over, the problem of the PDP might just be starting. And we're going to see a big showdown. And we're going to see what will pan out. So it's a lot of fight, it's a lot of squabble, it's a lot of tussle, it's a lot of strategic positioning for the heart and the soul of the party. But will cool heads prevail? I doubt. Because the PDP has constantly always become its own albatross. And those are the challenges the political party face. So let's look, let's introspect, let's look deeply. Will the PDP come out of this? I doubt. What I possibly happen, that even if they get a candidate, it's going to be largely subject to Wike's decision. And any candidate that is largely subject to Wike's decision definitely we have to do the bidding, of President Tinubu, because Wike serves in President Tinubu's government, and he will want nothing to usurp the government. Another story making the rounds is this a king of Ikpotumodu. You see, and that's why we should ask questions about the process that brings up our kings. Anyway, we've always had it in historical time, people that try to overreach themselves even as king. If you remember the Yoruba mythology of Bashoroga or Yoruba stories of Bashoroga of yesteryears. But the question is, isn't it time she will now start having a screening process for our kings, so that they don't go embarrass us in places like America for COVID-19 fraud worth over $4 million? Because it was when the king traveled that they tracked him, they put him in jail now. Because obviously it looks as though the oracle screening process that normally picks people, the oracle now, they've politicized oracle. That's what it means. The oracle process that picks is not longer oracle that picks the king. It's political consideration. But even if we pick kings now with political consideration, which is not supposed to be the order of the day, can we at least scrutinize their background and have a proper background check to avoid embarrassments like this of a traditional ruler of a town like Ikpetu now going to America, getting arrested and apprehended, being put off in America? So what happens to his throne here while he serves his prison term? Would they now have to select? And the sadness it brings to people that are from Ikpetumodu town today. So I mean, these are the things we look at, and we must introspect deeply and be able to look at all of these factors. And there's another story making the rounds that says states like Lagos pretty much leads in telecoms revenue. The telecom sector has about 22 trillion, and it is states like Lagos that have about 2 trillion, part of the revenue that comes, and it just shows the might of Lagos. Anyway, it's a no-brainer. I mean, Lagos has the largest population, so telecommunications, conversations, and calls definitely will be more in a state like Lagos. Over 2 trillion being spent. Then other states of the country will be able to take another portion, and share of that spending. Olubunmi Tuju saying that would have broken the law if we have not pulled out subsidy. That's not entirely true, because at the time they pulled out subsidy, there was still requisition left for subsidy till the end of the month, the end of the following month, as at that time. So you saying we will have broken the law? No. What we are saying is, we all argued at a point that subsidy must go, but we're saying a phased removal, and also to be able to create buffers for Nigerians. So take, for instance, the federal government claimed, this was part of what the president told Labour, that the refineries will work. The refineries were only working for the show of it. Afterwards, today the refineries are not working. Today, over 3 billion were spent on those refineries that are not working. That journalists went to and said they saw the fire burning. Some reputable journalists in this country went there and they say, oh, we saw the fire burning. We saw the fire burning. And it was just all for show. Same President Tinubu, I was hailing Mele Kyari then, is the same President Tinubu's EFCC today that is fighting Mele Kyari. So these are the problems in the country. So the federal government that signed agreements with Labour promising that the refinery will work and didn't work, and they went ahead to remove fuel subsidy, did not break the law. And what Olubunmi Tuju says even falls flat on his feet, because the federal government, up to 1 year after, still claimed that they paid subsidy. It was when petrol price now went up to close over 900 to 1,000 naira that they said they've officially removed everything. That when petrol was about 600 naira, they were still paying subsidy. So when they claimed that subsidy was gone, subsidy was not totally gone. Who said it? It was the first time federal government that came out to say it. So Olubunmi Tuju saying that it's not, you see, the problem I just have with this government that we don't see things directly and sternly and truthfully the way they ought to be said. That's just my grouse. And we must be able to look at things objectively and dispassionately if we want this country to move forward. But if we don't want it to move forward, we can just rigmarole and tell ourselves lies and half-truths and all of that, like we've only been telling ourselves. And to wrap it up, there was a very sad story making it around yesterday. There was a train mishap around the Kaduna to Abuja route. Very sad one. Anyway, Accident and Bureau of Investigation have started work on the train mishap, the train derailment. With thank God, no lives were lost. People were able to come out unscathed, but it was a very sad one. So we need to be able to ask questions. But I want the Accident Bureau and Investigation Bureau to come out, with a concise report as regards, what transpired. And obviously, services will be suspended on that route for a couple of months. I don't know how long it's going to take them to be able to fix all what went wrong on that route, because it's a major derailment and it's a very sad one. And it happened at a time like this in our country. And there's still many airline accidents that, we're still waiting for a lot of results of Accident Bureau of Investigation. Or if you remember the airline accident with Air Peace where a flight, went off the runway and all of that in Port Harcourt. So let's see how all of that pans out.
Okay. Thank you so much, Rafaeli Hussaini. Like I said, feel free to join the conversation this morning. Let's have a former Commissioner of Police, CP Chuks Enwonwu, talk to us this morning. Let's look deep into some of the headlines. Let's talk, all right? But feel free to join the conversation via YouTube, all right? Thank you. CP Chuks Enwonwu is just right here. Good morning to you, sire. Welcome.
Good morning to you, Ekami Judy, and to the listeners.
Beautiful. Welcome again. Now, the decision by the leadership of the PDP to zone its 2027 presidential ticket to the south has splitted various northern groups in different camps, with many describing the development as undemocratic and contrary to the spirit of fair competition. How would you describe this move by the PDP zoning it to, the south?
First time it's happening. The last time.
Hello, what did you say?
Sean.
We can't hear you.
I said this is not the first time it is happening.
Okay.
And it will not be the last time. We have in the past had the same PDP zone the presidency to the south in 1999 to 2007, and they moved it to the north 2007 to end in 2015. Unfortunately, Umaru Yaradua died in 2010, and Jonathan finished his term for him.
Okay. Hello, CP, are you there?
They need to galvanize support and cohesive, connections, so that it will not be seen as if a particular part of the country or region should always dictate the pace. Since they have it as their tradition, to try out in 2027.
I think we're having poor network connection this morning. CP Chuks, we might want to reconnect with you, all right, to see if we can get we can have a better conversation. Yes, let's just have a better conversation with you. Let's try again. All right, are you there now, sire? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clearly.
Okay, okay. Let's try. Let's go.
Now, yes, like I was saying, I want to put it succinctly that PDP is not for the first time shifting power from one region to the other. They did it in 1999 to 2007 for the South, where Obasanjo was the president. They shifted it to the North for Yaradua to take over. Unfortunately, he died in 2010, and Jonathan finished it for him in 2015. So, unfortunately, they lost their election to the opposition APC in 2015. So, there is nothing wrong or strange for them to maintain the status quo or what they have been used to. So, if they move it to the South, there's absolutely nothing wrong in doing that.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong, you said.
Yes. And so I say.
But why do you think he's raising why do you think he's raising dust in the North? Why? Why?
Well, I am suspecting foul play. Maybe the fifth columnists are now at work. They want to use some people to continue to cause a divide in that party and tear it to shreds. You know, the umbrella is already torn. And they have been managing, trying to patch the thing so that it will not leak when it's raining. This time around, those who have gone back to the drawing board to work out a formula where the thing will turn to shreds. And possibly there won't be anything like a PDP anymore.
I recall the words of the Bauchi State Governor. He said, we zoned PDP presidency to South to ensure sanity and to ensure unity. How would you look at that statement? To ensure sanity and to ensure unity.
He is absolutely correct. He is repeating the same thing I've said, ab initio. That they had an arrangement, rotational arrangement, whereby the South to 2007 in the person of Obasanjo, and then they were to have it from 2007 to 2015 for the North. Unfortunately, Yaradua died in 2010. And because of the constitutional provision that when the president or the governor dies, the deputy steps in. That was how Jonathan became the president, acting president first, and then they confirmed it 2 days after. And then he now finished the term for late Yaradua up to 2015. Unfortunately, he could not get another term for himself this time from 2015. They lost to APC. So the governor of Bauchi State is telling you the fact and the way it is supposed to be. And I align 100% with his position.
All right. Let's also look at the fact that, what's his name? A PDP chieftain. His name is Emmanuel Ogidi. He's saying that the South National Vice Chairman of the PDP, okay, rather, maybe put it the other way. He said that the decision of the party to zone its presidential ticket to the South will bring back aggrieved members. Now, here is where I'm going to. Some persons have said that the aggrieved members, such as Amechi, Obi, and a couple of persons, are free to return to the party. In fact, they are saying, according to ADC now, that PDP's zoning move, and this their calculation, is to woo Obi, is to woo Jonathan, and of course Amechi to that party. How would you look at that? Do you consider that as true?
Well, and in calculations, possibility does not automatically to the reality that correct.
Okay.
How?
Uh-oh.
as they are planning, the people in power now, the people in power will even be looking for ways to even destabilize them the more, so that
CP, are you there?
that's my view.
Okay. All right. Dele Momodu's view is quite different. His take on all of this is different. He said that the PDP's 2027 zoning to the south is weakest done deal for Tinubu's re-election. I'll take that again. Dele Momodu says PDP's 2027 zoning to the south is weakest done deal for Tinubu's re-election. How about that, CP?
I believe so earlier, a few minutes ago. That the sitting party, the ruling party at the center, which is APC, will not even want any opposition to rear its head, then talking of taking over power from them in 2027. So they will come on how to weaken all the other parties that are in the opposition in whichever way possible, maybe Machiavellian machinations or manipulations. Whichever way they do it, they won't and be the people that will be there from 2027 onwards. You know, in as much as the Constitution provides for multi-party system, APC will not want any opposition party to be strong. They will crush any formidable opposition party. And in sprinkles of names.
Okay.
They may even be financing them.
Oh, really?
Believe that there is an opposition party. That is the way democracy works in Africa. Because they want to be there perpetually. You know, even the PDP planned to be there for 60 years, according to Jerry Ghana Prof. But unfortunately, after 16, they were torpedoed. So this present regime, too, I'm sure will be planning for maybe 100 years. Though they will not live to tell the tale. They will not be there to tell whether it will get to 100 years or not. It's only in the hands of God. So those are the things we see.
Okay.
Or politics.
Okay. Politics, as you call it.
Yes.
2027,
Yes,
Peter Obi can get presidential ticket if he returns to the PDP. Abamoro, your response on this?
Well, I will not speak for Peter Obi. I am not, like I've always said, I'm not a politician. But from my own view, Obi should realize that any moves
See,
so that he will not lose. He will not lose his followership, because the obedience or the Obi movement is a masses movement. It's workers' movement. It is a proletariat movement. It is the wretched of the earth movement. Those are people who are hungry, angry, and we want a change. But the very few who are clinging to the power will not want to toy with it. They will want to play with it for anybody to remove them and take over their place. So Obi should try as much as he can to read the barometer or the thermometer very well and know where those masses that are behind him want him to go to.
Okay.
It's not just for him to take the decision, because they are the ones that made him what he is today. After all, he's not like any other person. But because they have done a profile on him, and so that he has good name, he has integrity, and he's somebody that can trust to bring the country out of economic doldrum. That's why they all followed him. They were not looking for his money. Nobody asked him to give them 10 naira. They wanted something different, completely different from what we have been having. So I jump into PDP. There are decisions he would take, those masses will not taking them along, and they'll back out on him. And that will be a political suicide, because once he gets there and maybe fail woefully, he will pack his bag and baggage and forget politics. So it is something we need to be in constant touch with the masses, the people, and the workers.
CP, let's find out. Let's also find out. Let's also find out if the issue of Wike is sorted out in the PDP. Do you think Peter Obi would want to return and contest under the umbrella of the PDP?
Like I have said, whether we know and I've seen, has already told us that Tinubu is there in 2031. How can you trust such a person? He's very, very selfish. It is because of what he's enjoying there. He doesn't want to let go that position. He called himself the 37th governor. So how do you think he will want his former party, former in quotes, which is the PDP? How do you think he will want them to win the election? He's just trying to, play games if he comes up with that position. So the bottom line is that Wike does not count when it's issue of PDP, because if you give him space and chance, he will tear that party to shreds. He has not tendencies enough for any right-thinking person to know the direction that the man is playing. That's just the truth of the matter.
Moro has also admitted that the party erred, that the PDP now erred, by fielding former Vice President Atiku Abubakar as his presidential candidate in 2023 during the election, describing the decision as an error that weakened the opposition's stance. Did you hear that? It was an error. Fielding Atiku as PDP's 2023 presidential candidate was an error. It was a mistake.
Well, whether he sees it or he saw it as a mistake or not, the error had been done or committed. But you see, one thing is clear. The political parties have their modus operandi. They have their different methodologies to operate. By the Constitution, the Nigerian Constitution did not say that elections, or rather, that candidates will do 8 years from south and do 8 years from north. It is the understanding, a perfect arrangement by the parties to do those things. So it was an error on part of Atiku to have come out in that 2023. But because it was an internal democracy, and it's he that have the highest delegates that will carry the flag. That was how he came first, and Wike came second. So are you going to blame him having to come out to offer himself that he wants to go there? You won't blame him, if I have to tell you the fact. Then secondly, why I said he miscalculated, there has been this consensus of opinion that have finished 8 years, that it support another person from that happened. That was a guiding factor that made some of the stakeholders in the north route for APC, especially from the southern candidate of APC. If the APC had also made mistake and produced a northern candidate, maybe the story would have been different today. Probably both APC and PDP would have failed, and Labour would have carried the day. But they had looked at the pendulum and saw that the North had finished 8 years. So it's time for the South to take it on. And that was what exactly happened. And you see, when they say the South, it doesn't mean it has to be a candidate that will take the 8 years. Maybe South-South or South-East can also do the second 4 years. It depends on the response or reaction of the voting population. I'm sure the entire voting population are focused that the South should finish their 4 years more. But they are not the ones that will tell the South to pick. So it's left for the South to put their house in order and come out. It will even be better or much more appropriate if the two candidates are South-South. That is one from South, whether Southwest, and another one from Southwest, not like what we saw in Falaye and Obasanjo.
Okay.
It's okay. Maybe someone like Shawore can come out from Southwest, and if he beats the sitting president, so be it. Because the man is gathering so much momentum. If you leave a level playing ground, and nothing stops somebody from South-South. Jonathan is free. If he wants to come out, he should come out. And then Southeast, for now, I think it will be that it's the only person in Southeast that is rearing his head. So nothing stops them, the South-South, to present as many candidates as they want. And then North will support whoever they want to support.
CP, thank you so much. But then, before I let you go, you're a former commissioner of police. You're a security person. I want to ask you, let's talk about kidnappings in Nigeria. From the report I'm getting here, Nigeria's kidnapping crisis has entrenched itself as a booming criminal enterprise with about 2.56 billion naira, $1.66 million paid in ransom, and about 4,722 civilians abducted in just 12 months between July 2024 and June 2025. What I'm trying to say is that the abduction industry is thriving negatively, as kidnappers have pocketed 2.56 billion naira ransom in 1 year in Nigeria. CP, how would you look at that?
It is very worrisome and so disturbing by this development. And I had expected the government to sit down, get all the security agencies and experts who have something to offer to come and form a think tank to work a way forward to obliterate issue of kidnapping. Even if you don't wipe it out totally, to minimize it to the barest minimum. You see why I said wiping it out totally? The country is so vast. There are so many hideouts, so many forests where people can form camps. And like I've always said and I maintain, if they want a way forward, if we spend money in information and intelligence gathering, they should sensitize the general public and teach the people at the rural areas that if they see so and so suspected to be a camp or a hideout, they should feel free and come to the government security forces or agencies, whether the military or police or USS and so on. Go to their leadership and give them the details so that they can do their surveillance and locate those places. Once you destroy those camps and where they hide out, they won't have any other place to take these people to. So the thing will now start dwindling. So it's a collective responsibility. It is something you now teach the masses that this is evil, and they shouldn't allow it to thrive in their community or in their domain. That once they see, they should not keep it to themselves, and they should not take the risk of going to face people with leather weapon and AK-47. They should come to the people who has the training and the capacity to match those brigands and bandits. And then they will work out how to get there. They can use their Google, use all sorts of devices, technical devices, and locate them, geolocate those places, and degrade them completely. That's the way I think we can. And once we start doing that, the international community are watching. They will now have confidence in coming down to Nigeria to do investments. Yeah. That's my take to it.
CP Chuks Enwonwu, thank you so much for having this conversation with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for always tolerating and accommodating me.
You are listening to the number one station. The Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Time to get your views, your take, your observation. Nigerians, it's your turn, okay? You just call the number 0700 903 903 903. Yeah. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. Move away from your radio set or turn down the volume. I would always say 60 seconds for you. Mind what you say on the national radio. All right? Thank you. Let's talk to you. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Now, Jida, good morning.
Good morning. What's
My
your
name
name?
is Prince from Sweden.
Welcome.
Jude, like Nigerians, we don't want to tell ourselves the truth. Let us call a spade a spade. Atiku is the reason why we have this problem today. I'm not missing any words. Like I said, I don't have any candidate. I supported Buhari, and Buhari let me down.
Hello? Oh. Please call back if you can, okay? Hello, good morning here. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning.
You see, people. Hello?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. You see, the problem in Nigeria is that, you see, Nigeria is a country that it has already fall, total fall. We need someone that can feed this country. People like Obi, we need Obi that can feed this country. That's my take.
Thank you so much for your take. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Jude. Yes.
Okay.
It's Prince. Yeah. I supported Buhari since that time. Buhari let me down. I mind my business. Why did Jonathan lose? Jonathan lost because it was the turn of the North. Yar'Adua died in the power. Jonathan say, okay, let me complete 2 years. He completed. He give him 4 years. He come back. They say no. Why did Amechi didn't support him? It's because of those things. Why is it that when he's dying for the South, the Northerners will not see us that way? This is my problem I have with this thing. I think you keep on running. Even if it's not your own thought, you run. Okay, you deceive people and say that you wanted them to zone this thing to the South so that you will not. It's a lie. If you wanted this thing to be in the South, that Wike want to take over the party, why didn't you support somebody from the Southeast to defeat Wike in the primary? Wike had a legitimate appeal on this thing. I think now PDP should go now and apologize to him because now he has won. This is it. Why are they saying that, we made a mistake to zone Atiku? It's a lie. The money they collected has finished. So let us tell ourselves the truth. Atiku should not run this time this is the turn for the South. Otherwise, Tinubu should continue. After all, we didn't die when Buhari finished his 8 years. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate that. Let's do more calls quickly. 0700 903 903 903. Good morning.
Good morning, Jude.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. This is Mr. Nelson calling from Mushi.
You have to speak up, please.
Yes, sir. Jude. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, this is Nelson from Mushi.
Just go ahead. Talk to us.
All right, sir. I think the problem with PDP is that they don't really know what they want. And as long as Wike is still within that place, I don't think they can make any difference. It is just better for anybody that I want, context under that platform to just know ahead that yes, he's supporting, and there is nothing good will come out of that. For Obi, I think, PP has said it all. Going back to PDP is just a little bit inside. They cannot, there is nothing good that will come out of that. You just listen to obedient movement and think, and we will do well if you do that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you indeed. All right, let's do more calls. Let's do more calls, everyone. And I would also read your messages alongside. Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
God bless you for your good work.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Opnepa in Ajawa State.
Oh God. Okay, talk to us.
Okay, honestly, an old man who is at home, small children digging grave in backyard, he keeps silent. When they dig the grave finish, they will use the old person to test the grave. You see, what the problem of this country, and we don't want to help ourselves. Don't want to say the truth. We always respect the crooks who stole our money. We don't have regard for the good ones. If Nigeria want Nigeria to be good today, we should make a way for all these people that making noise. There are a lot of them that making noise in social media, making noise in news. In an advanced country where things go, where law work, people like that do not supposed to make a comment in a public. So many corrupt people in this country. We honor bad people more than honest people. Until when the Nigerians stop to honor criminals as a leader and respect the good ones, who will have the fear of God to lead this nation good. If not, we are beaten around the bush.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you indeed. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Babu.
Okay.
Listen, you see, from my own point of view, I'm not beginning to believe that Atiku is working for Tinubu. Because if Atiku is not working for Tinubu, why can't Atiku, Obi, Erofai, Amechi, this group of people come together and now shade Obi and let them remove these APC people from power? Why Obi is taking ticket, Atiku is taking ticket, Amechi is taking ticket, Erofai is taking ticket? Who is going to vote for them? And you people have formed coalition that you want to remove the APC. How do you remove APC? That is one. Two, Nigeria has been told this killing and kidnapping and all this nonsense we are seeing today. Nigeria has been told. Let Nigerians wake up now and begin to fight for this contest. Three, APC has failed us completely, woefully. Why are we talking about 2027 and 2025? Why are we fighting now? If we have good governance, what are we talking about? Thank you. This is Babu talking.
Babu, thank you. Thank you so much for calling us. John Hollis from Agopala Palace is saying, I challenge Brazil Embassy in Nigeria to conduct stop and ask questions to people walking along the road about corruption level in Nigeria since 2023. Billions were stolen with refinery renovations recently. I urged Nigerians to continue demanding for electoral reform. Meanwhile, people should collect their PVCs to do justice to our reckless political class in 2027 election. That's what John Hollis is saying. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Ikame.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Please, my contribution is there's no two ways about it. What we are suffering today is the North that always say they have the power to give to whoever they want to give. And then INEC. This is the people that are bringing up people that are making us suffer. North and INEC and nothing more. They are our problem. Thank you.
Okay. North and INEC problem. For the past 2 years that President Tinubu has been traveling all over the country, all in the name of trying to woo foreign investors. I want to ask, how many multinational companies have been established that is equal to greater rather than the number of companies that has folded up or liquidated? Finally, I want to ask the president, is the student loan in reality going to be all right, it's okay. Temitoko Natoye, thank you for that message. Benjamin from Shogunle, good morning to you. Where do we go from here in all these killing all over the country? Instead of the people we voted in power to focus on how to provide security to secure the people, they keep buying, or they are busy strategizing on how to win the next election. It is so unfortunate. Thank you, Benjamin. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from? What's your name? Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Jide. Good morning. My name is Innocent. I'm calling from Amu out of Estate. Well done.
Good morning.
Yeah, please, I want to say one thing. You know, people doesn't know what Igbos are facing somehow. Because when you come now, other tribe is proud now, talking who they are going to vote in and voting out. Igbo man, where I've come from, cannot be proud, because that day we are going to have this vote. Our governors, governor of Imo, governor of Abia, governor of Ebonyi, governor of Anambra, will fight. They are going to battle it out with the masses. But other tribe is going to unite, say this is who we want. But that day we see what is going to happen. This fight is not going to be between Tulumbu with any Igbo man. It's not going to be between Atiku with any Igbo man. It's not going to be with any Wike and with any Igbo man. It's going to be with our governors. People don't think about this, and that is very, very bad. Our governance is our problem. And again, that's why nobody is seeing us as people that is serious. Because they will see, after all, that day, how many votes are we going to bring? Because our governors will hold us not to vote. The right person we want to vote. They will scatter the vote, share the vote. So what I'm trying to say, Igbo man doesn't have any problem with Wike or Atiku. Let them focus on their self. Because now we are quarreling with Buhari till he die. Now we are now quarreling with Tulumbu. Now Tulumbu is in power again. If we start quarreling with Atiku, where are we going? Is it only Igbos that are going to rule Nigeria? Because of P2B, we are now quarreling with every president of Nigeria. For what? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you indeed. To my personal opinion, PDP is dead in Nigeria. So Peter Obi should not make the mistake of joining the party. He should join ADC to work with Atiku Onwoha Michael from Greenfield Estate, Ago Okota. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good morning.
In fact, I love your voice. I've been trying to get you. It's not easy. I want to say something here. I am Mr. Polycarp from Elasa.
All right.
Let me tell you, and you can quote me anywhere, PDP and APC are the same. Are you getting what I'm saying? Any talk they are talking is to entrap all the opposition into their cage and rope them in. So all of these talks about PDP separate from APC is a lie. They know themselves.
Okay.
So I want P2B, if you want to be in line with the obedience and all of that, let him either second Atiku, if Atiku fails to step down, or look for another party, and with obedience, not PDP. PDP is APC. Thank you very much for taking my call.
Okay.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning. All right. Let's talk to you now. Hello, good morning to you. Are you there? Uh-oh. Okay. Call back if you can. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You move away from your radio set first. Hello, good morning here.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Philip.
Philip, talk to us. Philip.
Yeah. You see, the Nigerian problem is that we only focus on this thousand, but our life has taken us. People are dying every day. Look at this thing, Egiti. They are just finishing people there. And this one now, they are still talking about nothing. Why can't we talk about the life of their people they are taking out? 2027 is the election time. I didn't see why we are so concentrated on this election. Let us forget about the election when it comes to the time of election. Because we are concentrated on that election, that is why they are now bringing all their delivery. Let us distract their attention with this election. Assuming we are now concentrated on this day, nobody has their time with this election. When it comes to the time of election, we know what to do. That I think some things will be done. Because our life is taking out of hand. People are not even respecting our life again.
All right.
And they are saying that the people will put them there.
Thank you.
It's not fair.
Thank you.
That's what I have.
Thank you so much for calling. And then, Pop Chu in Ikorodu is saying on the lingering issues with federal government and ASU, it will be good if the federal government can quickly accede to ASU's demand, because it's not up to the amount spent on frivolous things so as to prevent students hitting the streets. Any form of strike in the education sector now is tantamount to destroying the sector that's already at the brink of collapse. Pop Chu, thank you so much. Thank you indeed. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, Mr.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Yes, I love your analysis. So I've been joining you since ever.
Thank
but
you.
I say make I contribute today. I'm Remy from Sulolere.
Okay.
So I want to comment on CP Chuks Enwonwu's analysis. He's very spot on. That's how we articulate everything now to the point. So I want to just commend you people for how people have been enlightening us and telling us what is happening around. Also, and also Chuks Enwonwu, I want to commend him. So let him keep on commenting and doing the very good work he's doing for us. Thank you and God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you. Emeka Hijirika is saying that the PDP zoning of presidential candidate to the south is their choice, but it could be a distraction from some selfish politicians to allow divided votes and to be filled with attacks. However, the PDP or the people's choice is more important than anybody's choice. Let's not forget that in politics, nothing is certain. For me, PDP should be involved in the coalition in order to undo the government causing hunger pains and economic hardship. The leadership of the day needs to wake up to responsibilities and quit personal interest and propaganda, but face governance. Thank Emeka, appreciate that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kamejide.
Good morning.
Kamejide, this is Big Friend calling.
All right.
Kamejide, see, let me tell you, Obi should not bother himself. Are you hearing what I'm saying? He should not bother himself. Because when Nigeria need him, they will come and look for him like Jonathan. Let people start doing puzzling into politics, going into one party to the other, setting themselves up. Obi should step back and allow them. Good things will ever be good things. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, good morning to you. Are you there? Good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay. Good morning here. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Peter Pitt.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. I want to say something about the opposition. We have been talking about electoral system. Why all these people don't want to do something about that? Are they afraid of Tinubu, or is he using shams for them? That all this Atiku, Pitoli, other parties there that cannot come out and challenge you. Are they not part of Nigeria? If I thought they want to save this country. So what is happening? They don't want to challenge you about that electoral system.
All right.
Because that is where he used to league and, take the president we are talking about. What is going on? I've been listening to this situation every day, but the important thing they don't want to do it. What is going on?
Thank you so much. Thank you. The PDP took the right step in zoning the 2027 presidential ticket to the south. The party needs to know to now go further to either expel or punish Wike for all his anti-party activities and intentions to destroy the party from within. Meanwhile, the government at all levels needs to employ the use of drones and other tech devices to root out terrorists and bandits and kidnapping from our dear nation. Nigerians must wake up and begin to choose the best of us to rule the rest of us, to get the best from us. May God help and heal our land. Frank O. Nero. Thank you for that message. All right. Good morning.
I greet you, sir.
I return it.
This is Babaji.
All right.
Honestly, most times I will not join issues again because when it comes to politics of Nigeria, most of us don't understand politics. Now we are talking about Atiku, Obi, Amishi, whatever. And PDP is shopping for Obi, Jonathan to come. And now you will understand that is why Dele Momodu, I will always appreciate the man's comment. Wike is still in PDP. And now the chairman now of PDP is Wike's man. The secretary is Wike's man. And the person that is said to contest for presidency in PDP is Wike's man, the former G5. Now they've zoned it to the south, not micro-zone it to the southeast. Remember, you zone it to the entire south. So what is going to play out now at the dying minute? Anybody that will contest for the president of the PDP will step down for Tinubu. That one just is sure. So the fear I have now is that ADC, the new coalition. People don't even understand that the Independent National Electoral Commission has not recognized the David Mark led new interim National Executive Council.
Okay.
They still list in their portal. They still lead the old officers.
All right.
And they refuse to bond.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Thank you.
So I don't know what may happen. People should look at
Thank you so much.
that of the opposition. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, because of your time. Let's do the final call this morning. Hello, good morning here.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Remy.
Thank you for picking my call.
Good morning.
You see, at this point, I hate to tell adults what to do. And our PDP, APC, PDP is a scam anyway, because everyone in PDP today were those who handed power over to Tinubu in 2023. So it will be, as a person, it will not be sensible for me to trust them, because the vein, the blood in them in 2023 is still there today. But one thing I want people to do is this. There's what they call impact evaluation. How has Tinubu government impact your life? Forget what other people are saying. Get your PVC, because that's the only thing. You can say, look, INEC cannot rig elections that had mass turnout. They no bond them where they no go try them. Now, Tinubu was telling people in Brazil that corruption is no longer in Nigeria. He was talking to APC member, because those are the people he could easily lie to. But you factor all of that into your daily experience and let that inspire the anger in you and go and vote in 2027. Be ready to vote, because if you are not voting, you are also culpable and you are also as guilty as our oppressors. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Remy. Appreciate that. It's time to go. Take your time. It's time to fast spent, okay? But I'll be back here much later to talk more. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. And on all social media platforms, I am Ikami Jude. I love you all so much, and I